Now, this is a picture of the test leads. The spade terminals connected into the back of digital controller, and the test leads clipped onto the pickup. This should give reliable electrical connection to the chip in here. I've had to put the body back on to protect everything inside the motor and the chip. One thing to beware of is that sometimes the isolation between either side is because the tyre of the wheel is insulated from the spoke part of the wheel. And so if you're not careful with the crocodile clips, you could short circuit across the insulation. I'm not quite sure whether it's the axle that insulates, but I have a suspicion that here it may be the tyre that's insulated on the wheel. And so you've got to be careful that these clips don't short to the inner part of the wheel. Okay, so we'll apply some current, and so we see that with power connected directly to those pickups, it seems to be running quite well. Now, this bit of the fault finding suggests then that poor connection somewhere between the controller and the chip in the locomotive is contributing to that intermittent running. Now, I've run other digital locomotives around the track. Perhaps if the motors in those are drawing less current, perhaps if the chips are rated more highly, they're not prone to this problem. But certainly this is, so this might be, if I can clean up the contact between the wheels and the pickups, a test locomotive for that issue. I am now able, that the thing is running, to be able to apply a wire brush without any power connected to it, just physically as a wire brush, to do some cleaning up on the inside of the wheels, to clean that up. But that shows that the chip is not entirely misfunctioning, that the motor works. It's a relatively simple locomotive, no outside motion at all to worry about. This should be a very robust little machine because there's hardly anything there to cause any trouble. But certainly that allows me to at least run it in a little bit. I'll just change direction, see if it will work as well in the other direction. Right, so that's running from a DCC controller, DCC chip. And now what I need to do is to make sure that we get good contact. This, by the way, this locomotive does run intermittently when running on the rolling road. And so I suspect it's from the pickups because you get good continuity through the rolling road to those parts, through to the tyres, and so it may well be that the whole problem boils down to the tarnishing of the pickup brushes and the inside of the wheel flange.